pet sit a little long-haired Chihuahua for a neighbor over a weekend, and I didn't want to give the dog back. I just was completely taken with the charmingness of these tiny dogs with these huge personalities. Of course, I did have to give the dog back, but I quickly looked into finding one of my own. So that's how I got Miss Tibby. So here was this dog who was a year old, who had had a previous owner, who nobody wanted her, but I always liked the underdog, so I wanted her. I thought she was adorable. You know, the traffic helicopters fly overhead, and she had such a huge sense of herself that she would like bark up at them and try to grab them out of the sky. It was very, very bad cluster seizures. So, and she sort of lost her sight at one point. I mean, it was terrifying. I stayed up with her all night. I took her to my primary care vet the first thing in the morning, like the second they opened. And they sent me immediately to Southeast Veterinary Neurology. I mean, I was just all of these thoughts swirling in my head. Am I going to lose her to this? And I remember calling, and a nurse came out like immediately. And as they handed Tibby over, she had another seizure. Just having that nurse come out and kind of take her as she was having a seizure and be like, don't worry. And then talking to Dr. Webb on the phone. And he was just so calm and like, look, we've got her stable. These are the steps we need to take. So, I mean, that was lifting of a huge burden for me, yeah. She had an MRI, and that was done right away that day, and determined it was epilepsy. She's had a couple of medication adjustments, so she hasn't had any seizures in 4 months. So we've got it, it's under control. The care extends beyond just coming into the office. So especially when after she was diagnosed, I went back to tiny rural South Carolina for another few months. And she was still having a couple of seizures. So if she had a seizure at 9 at night, I'm in this tiny remote area, like nothing around. But I could call after hours, and there was a nurse who could say, this is what you need to do. Just having someone on the phone, there are so many wonderful people answering the phone and talking through these, kind of frightening experiences. That's been amazing. So my gratitude to Southeast Veterinary Neurology is extensive. You can look at your dog and say, well, I have a 15-year-old dog. She's not the same as she was a year ago or 10 years ago. Or you can look at her and say, I have a 15-year-old dog, and she's here with me. She's licking my face. She's asking for treats. I mean, that's a huge gift. I'm just so happy for every single day. I don't want to cry, but every single day I have with her, I'm just so glad.